Jungkook, Dad, what is this? Jungkook looking up at his dad, his hand shaking as he held those papers, which is gonna change his whole life. The mention was that once equate with his mother's laughter, now failed, like they are suffocating him. Jungkook stood in the center of the grand living room, his fingers trembling as he clutched the set of documents in his hand. His voice cracked as he stared at the man who once called himself a father. Mr. John, you are her son. You deserve this. He said coldly, not even looking at Jungkook. His back is facing Jungkook. Jungkook felt a sharp and broken breath. He was so scared. This is how you are treating me after my mother passed away. You are literally throwing me out of her property. His father chuckled, finally turning to face him. Oh, come on, Jungkook. She was a fool. She transferred everything to my name, blindly trusting me. She never understood the kind of man I truly am. Pathetic, wasn't she? Jungkook breathed each. His mother, the woman who raised him with love and strength, now betrayed by the one man she vowed to love. She never even questioned why I was always outlawed, who I was with. And now that she is finally out of the way, he stepped closer, smirking coldly. My girlfriend, soon to be wife, was waiting decades for this moment, for your mother to die. Jacob's eyes widened in horror, the truth seeping in his veins like a poison. Waited for her to die? Did they kill her? Was it not just illness? The document fell from his hand. Shankuk numbly. You killed her? His father didn't answer. He didn't deny it either. Mr. John, there's a wedding coming up in few days. So, you better be out of this house. Before that, I don't want to see anything that reminds me of that woman in this house. He scoffed, walking past Jungkook as if he were nothing, another piece of useless furniture. Not her painting, not her memories, and certainly not her son. Jungkook looked up, his whole body shaking, eyes full in tears. Dad, I am your son. Mr. John stopped. Not my son anymore. I never considered you my son, bastard. Jungkook with a broken voice. But you raised me, Dad. You did, Dad. Please don't do this to me, please. Dad, please don't disown me. Dad, please. He fell on his knees, pleading. Mr. John, don't care. Get out of my house. He didn't listen to Jungkook, please. Didn't see how broken Jungkook was after getting disowned by his own father. Mr. John slammed the study door, echo like thunder, leaving Jungkook sitting on his knees there frozen, broken and betrayed. Jungkook's hands were trembling as he stepped out of the mansion grand gate, and the place he once called home now felt like nothing more than a graveyard of the memories. His eyes were misty, his lips pressed together to hold back his sob. The night wind hit his skin, but nothing hurt more than his own dad was only person left to call parent, now disowned him. That hurt so much. His mother is also not here. He feels so lonely. So he paused for a moment outside the mansion iron gate, glancing back one last time. Every corner of this house reminded him of his mother, her garden, her piano, the scent of her perfume that still lingered in the hallway. Now all of it would be erased, replaced by the hand of the woman who had waited her to die. Jungkook swallowed hand. He looked down at the only thing he took, a framed photo of his mother. In her favorite dress, he clutched it to his chest as if afraid it would vanish too. Then he turned and walked away with a heart that felt far too heavy for his 24-year-old frame. There was only one place he could go now, only one person whose arms could hold him together. The broken pieces of his soul came down, his boyfriend, his safe place, the only one. He took a cab, his phone held loosely in his lap. He didn't even need to check the address. His heart knew the way. Jungkook softly to the driver to Itaewon Building 7, apartment S04. They stop knocking, Cook. I'm coming. You opened the door. Cookie? What were you do? His heart skipped. He saw Jungkook standing there, soaked from the rain outside, clutching the piano. photo frame in his hand. Tom, Cook, what happened? But Jungkook didn't speak. He just stepped in, eyes glassy and red, and wrapped his arms around Tom like a child seeking shelter for a storm. That was all Tom needed to understand. Something was very, very wrong. They stood in the doorway, holding each other in silence, until Jungkook finally broke sobbing. Jungkook choking. He threw me out. Jungkook choking. He threw me out then. He said everything belongs to him now. Everything my mom left, it's all his. He said she was a fool and that woman, she waited for my mother to die. Tongues of tightened protectively around him, eyes burning with rage. That bastard, he can't just throw you out like that. How can he do that, Jungkook? How? He pulled away a little, keeping Jungkook's face. But you don't have to worry. We will file a case, Jungkook. I swear, we will fight this. He doesn't get to take what's yours. What your mother gave you, I will make sure of that. Jungkook placed his hand on thighs. He has power, thing, and money. We don't even have enough to hire a lawyer. We will lose before we even start. Let's just forget it. I don't want to waste time on something I can't win. Before the awkward response, Jungkook gently freed himself from the embrace and walked toward their small shadowed bedroom. The apartment was big, just one bedroom, a kitchen, and a living space that doubled as Thong's self-tape studio. No designer furniture, no candle, just warm and a small Asian Roman. Jungkook quietly placed the photo frame of his mother in a nightstand, sat on the edge of the bed and buried his face in his hand. Thong followed him in, leaning on the door frame, heart aching. Wish I could take her all pain away. He may not be a rich person, he couldn't offer a mansion or legal support, but he can offer Jungkook the most beautiful thing, and that is unwavering love. He sat beside him, gently rubbing his back, softly. I may not have much cook, you, but you will never be alone as long as I am breathing. This home is small, but it's ours. I will protect you with everything I have, even if that's just my bare hands. Jungkook looked up at him with tear-soaked lashes. I know that, and that's why I came to you. You are all I have now. Tae kissed on his cheek gently. Then I will become everything you need. Jungkook hugged him again, and Tae let him until he cries and slept in his arms. The sound of the commotion and a wrist footstep echoed through the grand hall of Jeon Mansion. Mr. Jeon sitting on the glass of scotch in his hand, turning his head in annoyance toward the door. The security guard were shouting outside there before he could stand up to shake. The heavy double door burst open and the person walked in, slapping Mr. Jeon. The sharp sound echoed against his skin, echoed like a gunshot. Mr. Jeon's face turned to the side, a red mark on his cheek. Tae standing in the doorway, chest having burning with anger. They, how dare you to throw Jungkook out like that? That house, that bed, everything belongs to him. It was his mother's, not yours, Mr. John. Security guard immediately rushed toward Thong to remain him, their hands grabbing his arms. Thong, struggling. Let me go. Mr. John, surprisingly calm, raised his hand. Stop, don't touch him. The guard hesitated, then backed off slowly, still on alert. Mr. Sean turned toward Thong, licking his lip as his eyes shaken over the younger man with a dirty smile. So you are the one Jungkook is in love with? His gaze was predatory, and the way he looked at that made him feel disgusted. I must say you are handsome. No wonder he ran to you. But I am still curious. Tell me, how do you boys even manage to sleep together? People talk lying. It's an art. Tom, eyes burning, and his hand twisted, urging to slap him again. But he clenched his jaw. Shut your mouth. I don't come here to discuss our relationship. He stepped closer. I came here to talk about how dare you to throw Jungkook out of this house when it all belongs to him. You are a thief wearing a suit, nothing more. Mr. John chuckled darkly, swirling the amber liquid in his glass. Tom, the man whom Jungkook loved, wasn't as Mr. John expected. A small little boy who can't talk back. But in real, that is different. Though this house was built on his mother's dream, and you have dirtied it with your lies and greed. You won't get away with this. Both men refused to back down. Mr. John leaned back on the velvet couch like a king on his throne, legs crossed lazily, swelling the last of his crush with a smugness looking like someone who belongs himself untouchable. Mr. John, you can cry, scream, slap me all you want. It won't change anything. That woman, your precious Taekook's mother, handed everything over me, waited her over signature. Voluntary. Now tell me, who is going to undo that? No one, not even her brat. Long faced creature. You will see about that when we file a case against you. You won't get away with this. Mr. Sean laughed. You will file a case? You? He stood up still laughing. A struggling actor who can't even afford the next meal. You want to drag me to the court? He threw his arms open dramatically. By all means, let's file a case. And what's going to happen? It for you? Who will dare to stand against me for two? Nobody's. His voice venomous and mocking. You have no family, no money, no power in this world. Money dogs. And you two don't even have enough to buy science. He stepped even closer, smiling weakly. Tell your little boyfriend to stop crying and get a job. At least then he won't be wasting both your and mine time. He waved his hand like he was swinging away a flag. I'm done entertaining this. Two security guards stepped forward and roughly grabbed Tom by his arm. They struggling. Let me go. You think I will stop here? I won't. I am not scared of you. I will fight no matter what it takes. Mr. John, oh really? Let's see how long you last. As the guard began dragging Tom toward the door, Mr. John called out one last time. Mr. John, go sleep with some director who will pay you well or give you a lead role. At least that way you will earn enough money for yourself. Tom's heart stopped for a moment. The insult stung deeper than any slap could. The door slammed shut behind him and the guards threw him out like a garbage. He lay on the cold marble porch for a few seconds, breathing heavily, rage and shame burning in his chest. Then slowly he stood up, his jaw clenched, eyes burning, not with tears this time, but with determination. They whispered, watch me, you bastard. You will regret underestimating me. I will not let my Jungkook go through this. I will make sure he gets what his mom has left for him. Just for him. Not for you, not even for that bastard of a girlfriend of yours. Let's see who wins. They was on the set but wasn't actually on the set reading the script which was open in his hand. But his eyes weren't reading the script. His mind was elsewhere, far away from the light, the camera, and the filmy studio voice. His co-actor came Saukshan noticed. They were in the middle of the rehearsal for an upcoming BR drama, but Tom hadn't reached to a single question. He wasn't usually like this. Jin, softly. They? He shook them by placing his hand on his shoulder. They shook his head, realizing he was thinking too deep and wasn't actually focused on his work. Are you okay? Jin asked when Tai looked at him. Tai, yeah, sorry. Forcing a smile, he says, just didn't sleep well. Jin sat beside him, ignoring the calls of their names around them. Come on, don't lie. I know you too well. What's going on? There was a long pause. Tai stared down at the script in his hand, gripping it tightly, his voice trembling just a little. There's someone I cared about a lot. He is going through something horrible, and I want to help him. I have no to help him, but I can't. Not without money, and not just a little. I need a lot. Jean paused, looking at him as if thinking of something for a moment before reaching into his bag and pulling out his wallet. He offered some more. Take this. It's not much, but it will help. Thong looked at the money, then gently pushed Jin's hand back. Thank you, really. But this isn't something that can solve With a few 100,000 won, I need enough to fight someone who is backed by money and power, someone who could run his life without lifting a finger. He looked down. He sounded tired, and I don't even know where to start. There's so much in my head, and I don't know how to start, how to solve this problem. There's a way, but it will cost a lot of money. She didn't push him. He just placed a comforting hand on Tao's shoulder. You are not alone, Tate. Whatever it is, if there's a way, we will figure this out. And if you need my help, please ask me. I will help you anytime you need. Just give me a call. Tom nodded faintly and didn't respond because deep inside he was already starting to think about the one offer he had refused once before. The director's script that had seen the huge money. Tad took a deep breath, his hands shaking, heart pounding as he stood up, gaining some courage. I'll be back soon. Chin frowned. Where are you going? They stopped in his track to the director's office. Chin's widening his eyes. They, if you are thinking about that offer, then please don't drop the idea. I know you will be uncomfortable, so please don't do things which will hurt you later. They look it down in care. Young, I don't see any other way left. This is the only way. Chin walked toward him and grabbed his wrist. They know, I am warning you. You will regret it later. You know what I am saying? You told me you have a boyfriend and he is very possessive of you. So it's better to not do which will hurt both of you in future. Taza is becoming numb. If it means giving him what he is, then I don't see any fault in this, young. He jerked his hand back. I need to talk to him. Chin, they listen to me. He grabbed Tai's shoulder. This isn't the only one left. Tai took a deep breath and back, jerked Chin's hand away. You won't understand, young, because you are not me. I am me and what I need. You don't understand. I love him, young. I love him and I care about him. He's crying on the pillow. I need to give him his everything back. I will do everything for that. Chin. And what if he hates you after that? The question made Tai question his own decision now. His eyes poured tears finally. Chin is not wrong. Jungkook will hate him once he sees the scene. He will definitely hate him. Tai knows. Because Jungkook doesn't like sharing what is and this decision of his will change everything. If this means giving him his everything, then be that. He walked away with his decision. Thong stood outside the director's office, hand curled into fist inside his pocket. His heart thudded heavily in his chest, from the fear, but from the weight of the decision he was about to make. With a sharp inhale, he knocked on the door. Director Min's voice came from inside. Director Min, come in. Thong stepped in, keeping the posture straight. Director Min sat behind a large glass desk, swilling espresso like a man with too much time and too much power. He looked up and smirked. Director Min, well, look who finally made up his mind. That didn't sit down, he just stood there. I want to talk about the offer, the one with the boss scene, with Kim Sung-shin. The director leaned back on his chair, clearly enjoying this. Oh, so you are ready? You dropped your little dignity and accepted, Tai nodded slowly. The director's smile grew darker. Are you in need of money, Tay? If you are, you don't need to film anything. Just come to my house tonight. I will pay you triple. That the drama is over. Cameras, just you and me. Tai felt like poison to Tai. Closed his eyes, who were becoming numb, but he didn't lose control. He just stepped forward and said clearly, no, I am here for the drama contract, not for your bed. Director Miss Mac faded a little bit and scoffed. Stay so proud, fire. Like that fire. Anyway, he opened the tower, pulled out the tick contract and proceeded across the desk. There, the post scene. Filming starts from 3 days. Your partner is the auction. You will get the full amount after the final shot. Tom picked up the pen without hesitation and signed it, his hand shaking. even as his stomach curdled, even as his mind screamed. He signed it not for fame, not for greed, but for Jungkook, for their future, for justice. The studio light were dimmed. Tae must have signed the contract and must have gone through the script now. What now? He have to film now? Oh god, she is sweating a lot, thinking about everything, thinking about Jungkook. The director called him and Tae stood beside Kim Seokjin. Both rested in a loose silk robe. The scene just minute from rolling. The script in his mind fogging with the thought of Jungkook finding it out. The director was equal to the role. Director me. Alright, camera rolling, whole scene. Take one and action. The moment begins, Seokjin stepping closer, hand brushing along Tong's cheek, lips barely apart. It was acting, practiced, scripted, but painfully real in the eyes of viewers. Seokjin grabbed Tae's chin and Tae closed his eyes, letting the co-actor kiss him, who slowly leaned in. That's when Jungkook entered just inside the entrance to the set, frozen in place, unnoticed by the crew. His eyes locked on Tong, his heart pounding, heart echoing. Second, Tae leaned his lips apart, Seokjin, whispering to Line, "You are mine tonight." Their lips met, hands on Tong's waist, a stumble of the bed, clothes slipping off shoulder, breathing gaps totally in the scene. It was all fake, but to Jungkook, it shattered something in him. He stood there until the director finally shouted, "Director man, cut. Perfect. We will go again for another angle." And that's when Tae looked up just in time to see Jungkook turning away and walking out of the studio. His heart dropped. Think, Jungkook? Without waiting, he wore a rope tightly around himself and rushed through the crowd, ignoring the crowd's stare and director Min's annoyed voice. Rain had started fall as Jungkook walked away, tears in his eyes. Dong shouting, "Jungkook, wait please." Jungkook stopped in his track but didn't turn around. "Let me explain please." Jungkook turned back, anger in his eyes. "Explain what, Tom? That you were with another man? That you kissed him, touched him, laid him?" He stopped, his voice cracking. Was I supposed to watch that while standing and smile? Tong's heart clenched as he took a step closer. It was just acting, just a scene. It didn't want to. Jungkook bitterly. "But you did. You chose it." A tear slipped down his eyes, angry and hurt. His voice broke. "I need comfort, not more pain." Tae seconded a breath, looking down. "I lost my mother, my home. I thought I still had you, but I was so wrong, I was so wrong. Now I realize it. There's no one whom I can call mine." Tae was speechless for a moment. Rain mixed with the tears that finally escaped down. "It's not like that, Jungkook. I'm still yours, Jungkook, clicking his teeth. "Mine? Mine, Tong?" Tae's eyes widened as Jungkook never called him with his full name, but today he did. "After what I saw, do you think I will believe you are mine?" He pointed inside the building. "He literally called you his for tonight, Tae. How am I supposed to believe now that you are mine?" Jungkook shook his head, crying. "No, Tae, no. There's no one, anyone whom I can call mine. There's no one." He waved his hand before turning to walk away. "Tae, Jungkook, please." Tae rushed after him, hugging him from back, stopping him. Jungkook closed his eyes before saying coldly, "Leave." Tae tightened his arm more. "No, no, I won't. I know you are angry, but just listen to me for once. I need to tell you why I agreed to." "Jungkook," I said, "leave." Jungkook screamed, throwing Tae's hands away. "Don't remind me of your betrayal, Tae. Just don't. There's already so much. Don't add more." Tae extended his hand, eyes full in tears. "Let me." Jungkook shook his head, wiping his face, which was wet with rain and tears. "Don't. Just don't. I don't need betrayals in my life. Not anymore. So it's better if you also stay away from me. Leave me on my own. I won't ask anything more. I have done the thing which people do while cheating." Please, don't tell me to understand. I am sorry, I can't. Call me not an understanding person, but I just can't. Do whatever you want, and I'm sorry if I had ever stopped you. I won't stop you anymore. I won't be here to stop you from filming those scenes. I'm really sorry, and please stay out of my life. We are done here. That parted his lips, heart shattering. Cook, how can you say that? Jungkook, how can I? Ask yourself, how can you do that? They, it was just a part of filming, Jungkook. And you promised you will never film any poor scene. He shook it, looking down. Well, can't blame you. Money makes people do crazy things. So does you. Anyway, have a good life ahead. I wish you a very healthy and happy life ahead. I thought we will live together longer, but our story ends here. So goodbye. With that, he turned and walked in the taxi. He stopped